the budget hearings, of course, we do those every year after the governor gives his address. You learn some of the initiatives that the governor has in mind for the Commonwealth. While it might be commendable to want to streamline and combine departments, we need to make sure that when and if we do that, we also put the proper checks in place to make sure that the measurements that we have to get the savings are attainable, and that we actually follow back through and make sure we get those things. So a lot of things contained in the budget, but I think right now it's just one of these things where it's the governor's first initial draft of the budget, his ideas, his people came up to make their pitch for what the governor thinks is important, and now it's time for us to go through those items and see the things where we agree and the other things where we need to do some work yet and get that done. I know everybody talks about, well, I think we'll have our budget done, in early June or late May this year. That has not happened in the 7 years I've been here. So my prediction would be, it's going to probably take until the end of June. There are a lot of issues that need to be hammered out. So we will have, I'm sure, more appropriations meetings. I'll be talking with people in the different departments, talking with people, back in my district, and seeing what priorities that we need to look at or what initiatives work for us and them, and go forward from there. We need to be very careful that we balance our budget, and we do so without putting debt onto our kids. In fact, I mentioned in the hearing this morning with Secretary Albright, the governor didn't want to pass on. The secretary said the governor doesn't want to pass on or balance this budget on the backs of the working families, the municipalities, and the school districts. But his proposal to mortgage the farm show building and borrow money for bond issuances it might not be doing that now, but certainly is lumping debt onto kids that are currently in school. So it's a matter of if the priorities are important enough to us, we need to figure out a way to fund them and pay for it this year rather than pushing it on to future generations.